Good day, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors. You know, with over 200 videos uploaded last year, 2 shows a week, and a whole bunch of Tech for Senior productions this year, it can sometimes be hard to find what you're looking for. So let me explain how to do this. It's going to be really simple. Quickly, if you remember the routine, if you like this video, please click the like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Let's get on with the show. All right, so let's talk about Tech for Senior. We have 3 different sections. We, of course, have our Monday show, which is produced through Zoom. This is a weekly show. It's 1 hour. It starts at 9 o'clock Pacific time and runs with a question and answer at the end. The second show we produce is called Tech for Senior Live. This is not a Zoom broadcast. This is a StreamYard broadcast that is broadcasting directly to Facebook and to YouTube. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is a live production, as the Monday show is, but we're doing this through a different medium called StreamYard, not Zoom. And of course, the third area is all the videos we produce through the year, Tech for Senior Productions, and we produce a lot of videos. So how do you find these? How do you organize them? And where the heck do we go with this? All right, let's look at this diagram here. The first thing you see is our Tech for Senior show on Monday. This is broadcast on Zoom. All of you come to the meeting, and for the first 100 of you, you can get into the show. Because of our limits on that, we also broadcast this directly to YouTube. And this is to our YouTube channel, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is a live recording, but this does not have the music or the question and answer, but this is broadcast directly to YouTube. The second thing that happens, though, on Monday is we record it to the cloud. So you'll see that we have the recording. It records to the cloud the whole meeting, including the music segment and Q&A. From the cloud, I then take the video and download it, and I edit it. I make us look real good. I take out all the mistakes and clean it all up, and then I publish it to YouTube as well. And this is the edited version, and I usually have this done on the same day around 4 p.m. So there are 2 versions of the Tech for Senior Monday show on YouTube. There is, of course, the unedited version and the edited version. So you'll have a choice of 2. Now, in practicality, what most people do is there's about 60 people that watch the live recording, the unedited one. And I suspect they probably watch it later on in the day prior to me uploading the edited version. We have about 120 people a week that watch the edited version. I also publish the edited version to our Facebook page. So you can see it on Facebook or you can see it on YouTube. So our Tech for Senior Monday show has 2 editions. There's the edited version, which is, of course, on YouTube and Facebook. And then there is the unedited version, which is on YouTube as well. Now, our Thursday show is broadcast out differently. This is through StreamYard. There's no Zoom meeting ID number required. We use software that broadcasts direct to Facebook and to YouTube. Simultaneously, it's exactly the same recording, and it's not edited. Sort of what you see is what you get, and that's what we do on Thursday morning. So how do you find our YouTube channel? You know, I get lots of questions about, well, yes, I'd like to watch your Thursday show, but how do I find it? Well, if you look down here in the bottom, you'll see the URL or the website that is our YouTube channel. So I want you to copy that down. Now, as we move, sorry, I'm just having some fun with you there. Obviously, nobody wants to copy that down. That is a big chunk of numbers. So what you want to do is, where can you find that? Well, the first thing you're going to look at is you're going to look to the left and you'll see our web page. And on our web page, you'll see the live red red cloud there, and this says click here to connect with our live stream, and this will take you directly to our YouTube channel. So this is on our website. If you look over to the right in our newsletter, you will see this is the newsletter that we publish twice a week. It comes out on Tuesday and Saturday. So if you haven't already subscribed to that, please do so. It has all the links in it. And again, you will see the red cloud there, and it says live stream, and there will be a link to the show. So two sites that you absolutely need to know where they are is our Tech for Senior site and Hewie site. Both these sites, Hewie and I spend a huge amount of time making sure the information is timely, up to date, and easy to find. So you need to bookmark both these sites to make sure that you have those easily accessible. Now the Tech for Senior website, you must use the www. So it needs to be www.techforsenior.com. Bookmark that so you make sure, because that's the clue and that's where all the links are. Now Hewie has a great website. It has a tremendous amount of information, and you can get there by simply typing hewie.net. So make sure you bookmark both those sites. All right, when you get to our YouTube channel, what will you see? Well, this is an example of what you'll see on the left-hand side. This is our YouTube channel. The first thing I want you to see is there is Tech for Senior Live upcoming live stream. Ooh, that's interesting. That's coming up this Thursday. So yes, it is. It's on there. It's booked. You can set a reminder so that your YouTube will remind you that, in fact, we are going to be live. Now, what you will not see is the Tech for Senior Monday episode on our YouTube channel. This comes on directly when I turn it on Monday morning about 10 to 9. So if you want to watch our YouTube, our Monday channel on YouTube, what you need to do is just wait. About 10 to 9, you'll see it magically, boom, there will be a screen appear and you'll be able to watch our Monday show. But it will not come up as an upcoming live stream. That's only on the Thursday show. Now over on the right, you'll see, of course, we broadcast, remember I said we broadcast our Thursday show to Facebook as well. And if you look there, you'll see an upcoming live event, which is quite easy to see. And then you will, when we start to broadcast, it will show up in the screen. So this is an easy way. You can watch our Thursday show either on YouTube or on Facebook. Now, I'm going to even make it simpler for you. We're going to organize all the stuff for you into what we call playlists. Super simple, and there's only 3 lists that you'll ever need to know. So let me show you how to do this. All right, here are the 3 playlists. There is, first of all, the playlist for Tech for Senior. These are all just around 60 episodes that are there for you, and these are all in a list. The second list is those for Tech for Senior Live. We don't have as many on Tech for Senior Live, but they are all in a list. So you can find them. And then there are all the other productions that we do throughout the year, learning Chromebooks. A lot of the other productions that we do are all in a list, and we call this TFS Productions. Now you can, these are the websites of these lists, and you could simply copy these sites, but again, who wants to copy all those numbers? So where do you find those playlists? Well, the playlists are found in 2 locations. First of all, you're going to see them in our newsletter. You'll see in our meeting info area of our newsletter, which you should subscribe to, you will see all the links there. You'll find the three playlists right there, and you just have to click those and bookmark them. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. The second area not only is the newsletter, but you are going to find it on our website. And if you go up to the top of our website and see the Tech for Seniors box there, click that and you will come up with this blue logo here, and you'll see the 3 links there. And you'll see Tech for Senior Monday, you'll see Tech for Senior Live and Tech for Senior Productions. I'm going to show you how that works now, and you can click those and that will load the playlist. So let me show you how that's done. All right, let me show you how to bookmark the Tech for Senior live shows. Let's go to our website and we're going to look up at the top and click on the Tech for Senior button. And this is going to bring us to this page. And let's scroll down and you're going to see all our playlists here. Playlists for Tech for Senior, and I've said these are all clickable links, so please bookmark them. Let's go down to the second one. This is called Tech for Senior Live. Let's click on this. This brings up all our Tech for Senior Live episodes. Now, if we come up and look at the top, you will see this long URL I've been talking about. You don't want to be copying that out, so come over here and simply bookmark it. Now, I'm going to save this bookmark to the bookmark bar, which is just underneath the URL. We're going to click Done. And then when we come back now, you will see, if we look up here, you will see the Tech for Seniors Live button that we have now bookmarked. But it's taking up a lot of real estate. So let's edit this. Right click, click Edit, and we're going to rename this. We're going to rename it to TFS-L for Live, Tech for Senior Live, and I'm going to save it. Now when we come back up here on our bookmark bar, you will see that we have this is Learning Chromebooks, but as we come over here, you will now see Tech for Senior Live. It doesn't take up as much real estate. Click the button, and here we have all our episodes that will be updated automatically. So now you've got the playlist bookmarked. Everything is easily found. Well, it even gets better thanks to Ellen Farnham. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen has taken all the episodes of Tech for Senior. She's taken them and she's indexed them all into a spreadsheet, which makes all the information in each show searchable. And you can find that now, again, on our website. Under the same location, you'll see at the bottom here, it says Tech for Senior Index. And when you click that, you're going to come to a folder. This is actually on Google Drive, and you'll see two files here. One is a XLS spreadsheet, which has all the shows and the content in a spreadsheet for you, which you can download and use as you wish. Should you want it as a PDF file, we've also created it as a PDF. And Ellen is going to update this on a weekly basis so that if you want to search and have more searchable content in our shows, then this is a way in which you can find specific things that we've talked about in the past episodes. Thank you, Ellen, so much for doing this. So I hope that's made it easier for you. I hope you'll be able to easily move between our Monday and Thursday shows and understand the difference between a live streaming with StreamYard and a Zoom meeting, which we're doing on Mondays. Have a great day. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors.
Good morning, friends. I'm Dewey, and my Tech Talk topic for today is, what did you say? My Tech Talk last week was more of a med talk on strokes. Regarding my stroke, which happened during the week of May 3rd, I'm pleased to report that I've already gained back a significant amount of function on my left side, and I thank God profusely for his blessings. There's a Tech Talk, med talk type topic I've been thinking of speaking on for months. So I've decided that today is the day to talk about hearing aids. Joanne and I have at least a half dozen friends with noticeable hearing aid problems. Spending time with them can be frustrating because we have to speak louder and slower and directly at them to be understood. So why do these folks not deal with their problem? You know, almost 1/3 of people aged 65 to 74 report difficulty with hearing, and that number rises to about half by age 75, according to the National Institute of Deafness and Other Communication Disorders. Since we're talking about people aged 65 or older, common sense tells us that also includes many in our TFS group. Don't worry though, I won't ask you to raise your hands. The June 2019 issue of Consumer Reports magazine had an excellent 9-page article or report titled Sound Advice About Hearing Loss. It revealed some interesting information. The article stated that for 42% of people, the reason they didn't have hearing aids was cost. For 26%, it was because they hadn't had their hearing tested. At least that was their excuse. And for 12%, it was because they were embarrassed to wear them. In other words, stigma, In addition, there are health risks with hearing loss, according to the CR article, Consumer Reports article. Seniors with a hearing loss were about 30% more likely to experience a fall, and that's big. About 40% were more likely to be depressed, and 50% were more likely to develop dementia over the 10-year study period. These are scary statistics for those willing to admit they're not hearing as well as they used to. I was blessed with excellent hearing until around my 80th birthday, which was nearly 7 years ago. That's when Joanne began nagging me to turn that thing down when I was watching TV. I was absolutely sure it wasn't my hearing and that the sound was just getting on her nerves, you know how lives can be sometimes. At my annual wellness check in September 2019, my physician offered me a quick hearing test. I, of course, told him about how great my hearing was. However, after the test, I had to eat my words. He then told me that our clinic now has a trained hearing specialist who could test me at no cost. What a deal, I thought. Being a perennial tightwad, I quickly accepted. I was surprised by the thoroughness of the test and asked him if he could do a printout. With my longtime background in audio, it was easy for me to understand where my hearing deficits were in the audio spectrum. However, when the specialist began showing me well-known name brand hearing aids costing from $3,000 to $7,000, I said, "Thank you very much," and I left. I accepted the truth, however, and began my own research. I soon found that June 2019 issue of Consumer Reports mentioned earlier. It's an absolutely excellent resource and a must-read for anyone contemplating hearing aids. Though this Consumer Reports article did not contain ratings of hearing aid models, Consumer Reports subscriber survey responders gave Costco Kirkland hearing aids the highest score and also rated Costco as the top hearing aid retailer. Again, this was in this June 2019 issue, which I suggest you seek out. Around the time of that Consumer Reports issue, Costco introduced their new Kirkland Signature 9.0 hearing aid. It's also known simply as the KS9, and it's the model that I chose. Now, consumerreport.org, which I subscribe to, they have subscriber reports quickly rated this new KS9 with the highest score. By the way, the KS9s are powered by number 312 batteries and are priced at $1,500 a share, which is quite a come down from a couple thousand for hearing aids. Less than 2 months ago, Costco introduced the new Kirkland Signature 10.0 hearing aids priced at $1,400 a pair. That's $100 less. I'm not certain of its technical upgrades, except that these hearing aids, these new hearing aids, are powered by lithium-ion rechargeable batteries and not the number 312s like mine. Here's a photo to show you the difference between the KS9s and the KS10. The KS10 rechargeable hearing aids are at the upper left of this photo, and the KS9 battery type hearing aids like mine are at the lower right. If you look carefully, you should be able to see that the KS10 rechargeables are slightly larger. Comparison. Rechargeables need to put in their charger case each evening, or charging overnight. The Rayovac batteries in my KS9 hearing aids last 5 days before they need to be changed out. A recharger case, as shown in the photo to the lower right, comes with the KS10. When I had my fitting at Costco in 2019, I was offered rechargeable hearing aids. I don't recall the brand, but I chose the KS9s because they were visibly smaller. I really wanted the rechargeables, but I figured it's better to have them smaller. The cost of hearing aids is not covered by Medicare. That's a shock to some people. The majority of major insurers who offer Medicare Advantage plans have at least one plan that covers hearing aids. These insurers include Humana, Aetna, and Blue Cross Blue Shield. However, some seniors may not be eligible for those plans, and the plans may have a higher premium than those that don't offer hearing aid coverage. So you kind of get what you pay for. There is no cost, however, for hearing aids for military veterans who qualify for VA healthcare benefits. I'd like to share with you my delight in having my hearing aids connected to my smartphones via Bluetooth. When I receive a phone call, I can answer it by simply tapping my either hearing aid, and I don't need to take the phone out of my pocket. And when I watch TV using my Roku streaming device, I can easily direct the TV sound to my ears with the Roku app that's on my smartphone. Joanne often prefers that because she would often rather read a book in silence. Works great for us. By the way, I think other streaming devices may do the same. While the KS9 and the KS10 hearing aids have volume controls on both the left and right hearing aids, there's also a dedicated app for smartphones that allows the wearer to adjust not only for volume and left-right balance, but also adjust for situational changes like noisy restaurants and listening to music. The app also has other advanced hearing aid settings, such as noise reduction and microphone directionality. Sorry if it sounds like I'm shilling for Costco hearing aid centers, but facts are facts. Costco is the largest hearing aid retailer in the US, Canada, and Mexico, and sells about a quarter of all hearing aids sold in these countries. Kirkland Signature hearing aids are custom made for Costco by Sonova, a huge Swiss company that manufactures 5 mainline brands of hearing aids, including the well-known brand Phonak. Sonova's companies manufacture nearly 25% of hearing aids sold worldwide. Wow, that's big. I hope this presentation has encouraged those of you with hearing problems to look into getting hearing aids. Thankfully, most hearing aids today are so small that they're seldom noticed by others. In fact, I bet you've never noticed that I've been wearing mine since before TFS began. And I can honestly say life now is better with hearing aids. Well, that's my Tech Talk story for today, and I'm surely sticking with it. Please have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Welcome to Chromebook Tips. I'm Hewie Poplock, and today we're going to talk about Chromebook keyboards, especially the function keys, Google Play Store, and your app screens and how to arrange them. Let's get started. The functions of the top row of the Chromebook keyboard. This is the keyboard to my Dell Inspiron Chromebook. We're going to focus on the top row, which might be called the function keys, if you're used to a Windows computer, but they are, as you see, they are much different than they are on your Windows computer keyboard. So let's take a look first at the escape key. The escape key in most cases will get you out of trouble if your system locks up. You hit escape and sometimes it'll get you out. If not, you can hit your escape key along with the shift key. It was formerly the control and escape. Now it is the shift and escape. When you click it, you will get the task manager. And it will look like this. And you can end the process if you wish. The next keys I will demonstrate are the back and forward keys, just as they are in your browser. Let's go ahead and try forward. And backwards. It works just like they do in the browser. The next key is the refresh key. It's the same as using the refresh key in your browser. So let's go ahead and click it. And what it does, it refreshes the screen. It goes to the server and downloads that page and refreshes it from scratch. The next function key will take your page to full screen, and it's an on-off switch. So let's go ahead and try it. We'll click on it. It makes a full screen from the screen that we're looking at, and when we click it again, it brings it back to the size that it was. The next key is the Windows key, or sometimes known as the desk key. So let's take a look at that. When we click that key, what we will get is it'll show all of the items that are open, and it's called a desk. You can have multiple desks, but I only have one. And by hitting the tab key, you can move from one to another. So let's move the tab key. And now you can see the blue square around each of the items. And we will stop at the calculator and bring it forward, and that will be the active window. We do it again. And this time we're going to bring up the YouTube window. That same function key can also be used for your screen captures. So if you hold the control key down and click that key, you'll get a screenshot of the full screen. And there it is. Next, we want a partial screen capture. This time you hold the control key down and along with the shift key, and then hit that function key, and you'll get a screen like this. What you're going to have to do is click and drag over the area in which you'd like to capture. We're just going to capture my picture or my caricature, and when we let go, it then gives us the capture button. We click it, and now we have that as a screen capture. Next, we'll go back to the desk and go to our files download, our files and then our downloads. We're going to take a look at the two screenshots that we took just to see that that's what happened. When we click on the first one we took, it was a full screenshot. Then let's look at the next one, and that's going to be the caricature. And there it is. That worked. The next two keys I'm not going to be able to demonstrate in the recording, but if you were in front of my Chromebook, it would work very well. But it is the brightness control. One is for brighter and the other one is for dimmer, and you'll see that when I start clicking on them, you can see that the designator moves up and down and it shows you the brightness level, but the recording won't record that. The next three keys deal with sound. There are three keys. There is the mute key, and there's the volume down and the volume up button. As I click it, you will see a slide bar show up on the screen, and you'll see that is muted with a line through it. As we move the keys back and forth, volume up and volume down, you see that it changes the volume, and what I'm hearing through the speakers will change. When I hit the mute button, it puts a line through it and shuts off the sound. The final key on the top row of the Dell Inspiron Chromebook is a lock key, and what that lock key will do, it's the same as signing out without closing anything. So it locks the keyboard, it locks the screen, and in order to do anything, one would have to then sign back into the account. Now, I can't show you that because if I do that, it'll stop the recording and everything will stop. So I'm not showing you that, but trust me that what you get is the screen for you to sign in, and then it's waiting for you to sign in to continue. When you continue, it starts right from where you left off. You don't have to start everything back up again. The final key that I'm going to talk about in this section deals with the search key, or in some cases it's called the everything key, and it's where the caps lock key would be on a Windows computer. When you click it, it will bring up this menu at the bottom. On that menu is a search bar which you can search your device, your apps, your settings, and so on. You can type something in. It'll also show you some of your last searches that you've done or the last things that you've looked at. Or you can click the up arrow, or if you have a touch screen, you can just slide the screen up and you'll get your menus. Not all keyboards on Chromebooks are exactly the same. On the left is the Dell Inspiron Chromebook that I've been demonstrating with, but on the right is a brand new Asus 536, which is over a 15-inch Chromebook, and it has a numeric keypad on it. So those keys don't even exist on the Dell Inspiron. Now the other difference is you'll note instead of having the lock at the top, it has an on-off button. You'll also notice that the search or everything key has a magnifying glass on the Dell, and it has the everything button on the keyboard on the Asus. Other than that, they're pretty much the same.
There's a few things about the Google Play Store that I'd like to show you. It's not everything, but just a couple of items. So let's go ahead and start with the everything button. And I'm going to open up the Play Store. Because I've opened it up recently, it's right here. Or I could continue to come up, find it here, which is what we'll do. And the look of the Play Store has changed in the last month or so, and they've updated where you find the information. Now you have to come over to your login information. When you click on that, you will see that you've got your My Work Apps, library, payment, subscription, and so on. I want to look at My Work Apps. What it's showing me here is there's no harmful apps found, but there's 9 pending updates. Now I have automatic updates set, but so why are they there? Well, at night or when I'm not using, I close the lid. When you close the lid, it goes to sleep. So it's not going to automatically be able to do your updates. But just to show you how quickly updates can be installed compared to, say, Windows, I'm just going to tell it to update all, and I'm going to leave it on. And it's going to take a few seconds to do this. But while it's doing it, you're going to see how fast it updates 9 applications. And so I'm just going to let it go here. Okay, the first one's done. We're down to 8. Some of these may be large, some may be smaller applications, but you can see that they are working quite quickly. They download, they install. The others are pending because it only does one at a time. We're down to 7. We're now on the last of the updates, the 9th one. You can see how quickly they install. They download first, then install. Now, what you can also do is see, well, I wonder what updated. Well, if you click on a particular one, what's new with Google Duo? Okay, make group video calls with up to 32 people. Share and join group calls with a link. Take photos of your video calls. So sometimes they do information, they do post information on what the update contained, and it's more than just bugs and security updates. So you might want to look at one or more of those to see what did update. So we are now looking at all of the updates. You can open any one of them. That means start the program. You can also look at what you have installed on your Chromebook. You can manage your apps. First of all, in storage, I've used only 16% of the 96 gigabytes that I have free. On the device, I have 63 apps installed, and you can see there's a list of all of them alphabetically. So I can look at all of the installed ones. Now I may have installed something and then uninstalled it. Well, that's still in my library, and let's go to the library, and you can see that I have programs in my library as well. And then there's a share, and that's the share apps with nearby share. I don't do that, so I don't have that set up. And go back to the updates, and that's what I wanted to show you with the Play Store. I'd like to show you one more thing. That has to do with your screens of apps. By clicking the Everything button and then going to the up arrow, we'll see our apps. And then you're going to see that I have several pages of apps. Let's look at each one very quickly. Page 2, page 3, page 4 only has one item. Page 5 has got some free space, and page 6 has got some free space. But 1, 2, and 3 were full. So let's go back up to 3. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this item, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag it, and just keep dragging it down. Bingo, there's the next page. I could put it right here. Let's go one more, and let's put it here. Okay, and let's say I don't want it as the last item. I want to move it up here. So I'm just going to bring it up, and I can rearrange these in any way I want. Notice now that we only have 5 pages because we took it off that one page that was on by itself. So there we go. That's how you can move items around, move them from page to page. And as you noticed, these are full, but I can move something around. Let's say I don't like this one on this side. I want to put it over here. I can just slide it and move it there. I could move it up to a different row. This is the WinZip, so let's say I want it here. I could put it here. And then, as you saw, that I could also change it to a different page. Not always easy to maneuver them to get them just in the right spot, but at least if you get it on the right page, then you can rearrange it to your liking. That's it. I hope this helps you.